Is there anything better in anime than reaching the climax and witnessing a godly final fight that makes the entire arc worth it? From the emotionally compelling storylines and badass characters to the animation that's a feast for your eyes, final fights are the cherry on top of every great anime. That's why we put together a list for you, compiling the most intense, action-packed and emotionally charged final fights from the anime universe that left us breathless, cheering and sometimes shedding a tear or two. But before we start, remember that final fights don't necessarily mean the end of the series. It might be the finale of a character or story arc or even a rivalry. So without further ado, let's kick off our countdown of the top 20 anime final fights. Starting the list, we have Akame vs Esdeath, a battle you probably didn't see coming. This showdown was nothing short of intense, featuring excellent animation and a soundtrack that hit all the right notes. Esdeath demonstrated her mastery over ice, while Akame showcased incredible agility and swordsmanship. It was a closely matched duel and both fighters needed to pull out their trump cards. In the end though, it was strategy, not sheer power, that secured victory for Akame. Her assassin's instincts played a crucial role, exploiting Esdeath's overconfidence and bloodlust. Akame's calculated approach and understanding of Esdeath's bloodlust proved to be her advantage. But what makes this fight even more intriguing is the parallel between Akame and Esdeath. They both emerged from harsh backgrounds, bearing the weight of trauma and loss, yet their paths diverged. Esdeath went deeper into darkness, committing atrocities and blaming her enemies for their weakness. In contrast, Akame recognized the flawed system and aspired to create a fairer, happier society, refusing to succumb to the same darkness. Akame ga Kill may have been a contentious show due to its deviations from the source material, but this final battle proved a satisfying finale. In some ways, it even outshone the manga events, leaving a lasting impact on viewers. Moving on to some Castlevania awesomeness, the epic showdown between Dracula and our trio, Alucard, Trevor and Cypher. One thing I've always admired about this series is how it portrays Dracula's overwhelming strength. He's this dark, all-powerful force, and the way they subtly show his disinterest in fighting is both intriguing and terrifying. It's fascinating to see how the trio's teamwork is represented in their final fight against Dracula. Cypher takes on the role of a powerful and versatile support, often serving as the first line of defense. Trevor, with his experience and expertise, acts as the backbone of the team, seamlessly contemplating the strengths of others. Alucard, the spearhead, is undeniably the strongest member. And that iconic line, "I am Vlad Dracula Tepes, and I've had enough," it sends chills down your spine. The fight between Alucard and Dracula is a pure example of power and force, every blow feeling like it could obliterate a regular person. Rumbling its way into this list is the final battle of Attack on Titan. Yeah, we all know there were some issues, particularly with the horrible naming of the parts, but it was all worth it because they gave us one hell of an ending. This final fight had the entire world at stake, since if the Scouts and Warriors didn't win, then everyone, apart from those in Paradise Island, would have been crushed by the never-ending wave of colossal titans. It was a battle of epic proportions, and our dreams finally came true after we saw Eren and Armin, two colossal titans, going head-to-head. We even got to see those past forms of the 9 titans. It was just awesome. The animation, the build-up, and the emotions truly solidified this as a legendary final battle that's worthy of the history books. It marked the end of a series that's defined an entire generation of weebs, and even though some people had their doubts, I still think that it paid homage to AOT's legacy. Hey there. Do you know about systems? You know, the part where you level up like your favorite anime character from Isekai Anime? Well, introducing you to Reincarnated with the Strongest System. And from the cover alone, you already know it's going to be a banger. It's all about William, who sacrificed himself for his siblings at the orphanage, and just as he thought it was the end, the gods were moved by his actions and gave him the ultimate system. He then continued to level up and defeat even bigger monsters. Eventually though, he became the Prince of Darkness and the God Slayer. But the biggest thing I'm jealous about is that he has a unique unique story with 31 different girls. This novel shocked me at how realistic its character development is and how well written the plot was. But that's not all, as there are tons of other system novels like Advent of the Archmage and God Rank Upgrade System. The kicker is that you can only read these on Webnovel. Webnovel gives you access to a massive library of different novels from the best authors in the entire world. And I'm not kidding, as it has over 500,000 stories with over 300,000 authors. But what's even better is that if you're a fan of system novels, Webnovel has the best system novels around, and I can personally vouch for that. So if that sounded like something you want to read, why not join me on Webnovel? Click in the link in the description below or download Webnovel and search for System. I'll see you there. Now, I bet you didn't expect to see Mob vs Reigen on this list among all the epic fights in a show like Mob Psycho. Before you dismiss it as not a fight, let's dive into why this scene deserves its place. It isn't your typical fight where enemies square off against the protagonist. In this scene, we witness Reigen, a mentor and friend, fighting to save Mob from his own overwhelming emotions that go beyond physical combat. Call it poetic because that's exactly what it is. This moment is incredibly heavy on the emotional side, and the animation isn't lacking either. Studio Bones has a reputation for delivering when it comes to Mob Psycho, and this scene is no exception. So here's a con man without any supernatural powers, risking his life and enduring injuries just to reveal the truth to Mob. He acknowledges his own flaws, his knack for deception, and how it brought him closer to Mob. In return, Mob's powers have also contributed to his growth. Reigen's words, "You're fine just as you are," resonate deeply, encouraging Mob to accept himself as he is, making it more than just a battle. It's a touching and powerful moment right there, my friend. Next on our list is a personal favourite of mine, the epic Gintoki vs Utsuro showdown from Gintama The Final. Now this battle brings a fitting end to one of the most incredible anime franchises out there, and this fight, while not as visually striking as Mob Psycho, hit me right in the feels. It was an emotional roller coaster that summed up a long journey. Despite the note of how overwhelmingly powerful Utsuro is, what truly matters here is the clash of worldviews and wills. Utsuro challenges not only our heroes, particularly Gintoki, in a sword battle, but also everything that Gintoki stands for. The emotional cherry on top is the bittersweet farewell to Takasugi. This fight had a profound impact on me. While it might not be the fight to end all fights, it's a damn good one that'll stay with you as a solid finale to the series. The emotional depth of this fight is something that deserves an entire write-up of its own, but for now, I'll leave it at this. The mix of dialogue, action, and flashbacks with those incredible transitions is a perfect example of why Gintama knows how to hit you right on the spot. Long-running series like Dragon Ball are famous for many things, and one infamous aspect is their tendency to stretch out battles, and no battle represents this more than Goku's epic showdown with Frieza. I mean, it's 19 episodes long. What makes this battle stand out isn't just its length, but the moments it brings. Goku's transformation is legendary. It's a game changer, a complete disrespect of Frieza's power, and it severs the tyrant from his own devastating attack. This transformation showcases Goku's overwhelming strength in comparison to Frieza, creating a jaw-dropping moment. But the very long fight raised a common criticism for the Dragon Ball series: the pacing. While the fight between Goku and Frieza is truly epic, it also highlights that a longer battle doesn't always mean it's good or better. Still though, it remains a defining moment in anime history that places itself worthy on our list. Blasting their way into the list is Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann vs Anti-Spiral. The final battle in this anime is a masterpiece in itself, and it's proof of the incredible journey the series has taken us on. This anime has given us amazing moments throughout the series, but it's the ending that truly stands out. I still vividly remember that night when I first watched it years ago. The adrenaline rush, the excitement, it was all so real. It's more than just a series, it's a journey of growth and development. The art style and animation are simply stunning too. You can feel the passion and dedication that went into every single frame. This show is good at portraying the themes of overcoming trials, defying fate, and the boundless possibilities that await humanity. It's an empowering and heartwarming experience that builds up to an epic final battle. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure certainly deserves a spot on this list, and it's a tough task to pick just one final fight from a series filled with iconic battles. But for me, Jotaro vs Dio stands out as the best and most iconic showdown. Dio is the quintessential JoJo villain, oozing charisma and appeal, and he's backed by the extra twist of being an immortal vampire. Jotaro's calm and collected demeanor, paired with Star Platinum's incredible power, contrasts perfectly with Dio's off-the-wall, egotistical, psychopathic mania. It's a showdown of contrasting styles, and the balance between them is on fire. This fight offers the perfect combination of an epic final battle and an underdog struggle. The face-off is incredibly satisfying, making the entire wait worth it. The voice acting, particularly Dio's dramatic delivery of never fails to send chills down the viewer's spines, making this battle even more unforgettable. It's no wonder this fight is celebrated as one of the most hyped and iconic moments in anime. So whether you're a seasoned JoJo fan or a newcomer, this fight will amaze you and prepare you to explore the fantastic world of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When it comes to my favourite battles in the Fate series, Gilgamesh vs Shiro ranks near the very top. The series also serves as the perfect sequel to Fate Zero in terms of narrative continuation. This is where Shiro truly grasps his ideals and utilises his knowledge to triumph over the king of heroes, Gilgamesh. It's an underdog battle that doesn't even feel like one because of Shiro's brilliant strategy and ability to counter Gilgamesh's overwhelming power. He showcases himself as a true badass. I'm particularly fond of the attention to detail in this fight, the way Gilgamesh is hesitant to use Ea and his own pride become his downfall. Every element contributes to the battle's intensity. Even the subtle moments, like the camera zooming in on Gilgamesh's feet during his dodge, provide insight into how he's forced to move, a situation he never had before. These small details elevate this battle and contribute to making it a masterstroke of storytelling, solidifying it as one of the most epic and unforgettable final battles in the realm of anime. Let's talk about that classic showdown, Spike versus Vicious in Cowboy Bebop. I mean, we're talking about a battle that's still one of the most powerful epilogues in the anime world 2 decades later. It's like a scene right out of a Hollywood thriller, with shootouts, sword fights, and good old hand-to-hand combat. The battle serves as the climax of an epic journey with one of the most gut-wrenching endings you can find in anime. What sets this ending apart is that defeating the antagonist doesn't lead to a joyous celebration, as is often the case in anime. It's all about those shades of grey, questioning what's good and what's evil. Just like in real life, things aren't always black and white. The respect between Spike and Vicious in this battle is something else. It's one of the best moments of mutual respect in anime history, or there might not be any at all. And this fight isn't just about action, it's about storytelling and deep themes. This ending wraps up Spike's story beautifully and proves that Cowboy Bebop is an anime genre of its own. So if you ever need to show your normie friends what anime can really be like, just show them this epic battle. Rengoku vs Akaza in Demon Slayer was nothing short of a blessing from the gods. The animation quality was through the roof and the OST was simply fantastic. It's one of those fights that, even on my second watch, manages to blow me away. I mean, that's exactly how great it is. The clash between Rengoku and Akaza isn't just about flashy moves and epic battles, it delves into why humans don't want to become demons in the first place. Akaza's noble goal of trying to convert Rengoku into a demon to make him stronger is met with a resolute decline. Rengoku Goku believes that humanity's fragility and imperfections are what make them beautiful, and that's a powerful message right there. The fight itself is a true masterpiece, showcasing the animation prowess that Ufotable has been known for. With a killer soundtrack and emotional flashbacks, it becomes an unforgettable scene. It's the kind of battle that cements Demon Slayer's status as an anime with an enduring impact on the world of animation and fight sequences. The Mugen Train arc closes with an unforgettable climax, setting a standard for the upcoming arcs. The next one on our list had me on the edge of my seat. All Might vs. All For One in My Hero Academia. When this episode first aired, I genuinely believed that All Might was on the verge of death. The narrative built that tension and made it seem like we were witnessing his final moments. But if you've watched the fight already, you know that wasn't the case. All Might's tenacity and the stored power within him allowed him to win. He pushed himself beyond all limits, channeling every ounce of his strength into a single punch. This fight beautifully exemplifies the ideals of a hero. It illustrates the essence of the symbol of peace. It's a battle of ideals, soul and spirit. All Might's true greatness shines through, inspiring hope in everyone who witnesses it. Regardless of his appearance, he remains unwavering and his spirit never falters. This fight solidifies why he's a symbol for all, and it's a moment that no one will ever forget, making its way up in our list. Now let's dive into the next epic battle on our list, the showdown between Conrad and Asta. This fight takes a dramatic turn when Asta shatters the Imperial Sword, causing the three former kings to vanish from the realm. But oh boy, the real climax unfolds as Conrad starts chanting a spell that could wipe out the world and everything in it. With the aid of Elsdosia, created by Lumiere, the first Wizard King, he taps into the combined power, wisdom, and a piece of the soul of every Wizard King. With unwavering support from his comrades, Asta successfully finishes off Conrad's sinister plans, leading to Conrad's end. I find the interactions between these two truly remarkable, as they both realize their striking similarities. Conrad desperately wants Asta to join his course, and this internal conflict adds emotional weight to the story. You see, Conrad and his group aren't your typical evil for the sake of evil villains. They're individuals who've become disillusioned with the world and are willing to do whatever it takes to make it better. This clash of ideals between Asta and Conrad captures the core of the series, the pursuit of one's dream and the determination to never give up. It's a fight in a story that definitely leaves me on the edge of my seat, a perfect way to conclude the film. It's time to talk about one of the most thrilling fights on our list, Saitama vs Boros. Now this fight is a real fan favourite, and I have to admit, I'm a bit of a fanboy when it comes to this one. This battle is a visual masterpiece, offering some of the most incredible visuals ever seen, giving even Demon Slayer a run for its money. There's no time wasted on lengthy speeches or declaration of attacks. Boros goes all out against Saitama with aggressive, powerful attacks that leave you mesmerized. What makes this fight stand out is that Boros isn't just another monster in the One Punch Man universe. He's a god. His power-ups are a sheer delight to watch, and the way he understands Saitama's situation makes it even better. Boros recognizes the tragedy of Saitama's overwhelming strength. It says a lot about the writer's intelligence in crafting such a satirical anime. In the end, Boros delivers the final blow, understanding that Saitama wasn't lying to him but to himself, trying to convince himself that he enjoyed the fight, creating a melancholic mood. It's not a triumphant victory, but a bittersweet realization for Saitama that he's cursed with being too strong to experience a true victory after an honest fight. You know, I've watched a lot of fights in Bleach, and many of them are about characters gaining just enough power to barely overcome their opponents. Whether it's the battles in Soul Society or encounters like Ichigo vs Ulquiorra, there's a common theme of new powers being attained to narrowly triumph against the odds. But then there's the iconic fight, Ichigo vs Aizen. Now in this battle, Ichigo steps onto the battlefield with a power that instantly overwhelms Aizen. Even when Aizen transforms, unleashing devastating attacks, it's clear that he can't win. The final Getsuga Tensho, with its eerie silence, is the ultimate power move. It's as if the attack is so destructive that it erases not just the physical world, but even sound itself. This fight is remarkable because from the moment Ichigo grabs Aizen, you know it's over. Nothing Aizen says or tries can change that fact. Ichigo's confidence is unwavering, making it stand out from many other shonen battles. It's a moment where victory is certain, and it's pure satisfaction for fans as a finale. The unforgettable showdown in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood against Father. Now that's a fight that gets your blood pumping. What's especially thrilling about this battle is that the entire cast gets a chance to shine in a meaningful way. Father casually deflects everyone's attacks with an air of indifference, not even bothering to acknowledge their efforts. But the real goosebumps moment arrives when Colonel Mustang steps into the fray. He unleashes a barrage of flames and Father's reaction is priceless. He's annoyed, but he acknowledges the sheer power of Mustang's flame alchemy, unlike any other attack before. It forces Father to defend against the blast head-on, showing us how big of a threat Mustang and his flames are to the Father and the homunculi. The way Father evolves from being detached to displaying more emotion and effort as the fight unfolds, signaling the genuine possibility of his defeat, adds another layer of intensity to this remarkable battle. It's a fight where each character's contribution matters, making it an unforgettable finale moment in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Next on our list is the thrilling fight in Hunter x Hunter, Netero vs Meruem, which showcases the series' incredible knack for constructing captivating fight scenes. I know it's not the final fight in the series, but it is the final real fight, okay? Hunter x Hunter has always stood out for its clever fight design, blending creativity and the rock-solid foundation of Nen, the show's version of shonen superpowers. What makes it stand out is its focus on specific conditions and objectives, rather than just a simple beat the other guy. Netero's unique Nen abilities grant him an almost unlimited array of moves, but Meruem is patient and analytical. He studies the patterns in Netero's moves, using these insights to plan his attacks. The battle becomes an endurance test with the objective of forcing the other to submit. In the end, despite Netero's incredible effort, he falls to Meruem. The fight's conclusion underscores the series' exploration of humanity, highlighting the inherent power of individuality. Netero reveals that humanity's true strength lies not in physical prowess, but in our capability to destroy. That fight's got it all. The epic action, deep themes, and an exploration of humanity's resilience. That's why Netero vs Meruem earns a top spot on our list. Luffy vs Kaido from One Piece is truly an unforgettable battle that deserves to be in the top 3. It's easily one of the best fights in the entire series. When Luffy unveils Gear 5, it's a game-changing moment not just in the world of One Piece, but for all of anime. After suffering defeat at Kaido's hands not once, not twice, but thrice, Luffy's back for round 4 and he's not playing around. This time he reveals Gear 5, and it's like the anime gods themselves granted him this incredible power-up. With Gear 5, Luffy's rubbery body reaches a whole new level. He's bending reality, transforming the battlefield, and generally showing us he's not to be messed with. With his newfound Tune Force, Luffy turns the tables on Kaido. Even when Kaido lands some bone-crushing blows, Luffy comes back stronger, as if he's immune to pain. It's proof of his incredible growth and unwavering determination. Luffy's transformation is unique and cartoonish, that it's a perfect match for his spirited character. In every sense, this battle is a game changer, a game ender, and a game forever winner. It's the final fight that fans will talk about for seasons to come, and for good reason too. Here's a personal favourite. Sword of the Stranger delivers an epic battle that's an absolute masterpiece with Nanashi vs Luo Lang. The movie sets the stage with an incredible opening sequence, building up intense hype around Luo Lang. And let me tell you, the final showdown is nothing short of breathtaking. This battle is pure perfection. It doesn't waste time with slow, drawn-out movements, nor does it drown you in flashy but chaotic visuals. It's paced just right, choreographed with precision, and animated flawlessly. So what sets this battle apart is that it's a duel between two master martial artists who fight not only with their strength, but also with their wits. It's about battling for position as much as it is about direct clashes. Boy, the entire scene is a work of art in its own right. Even though it's been a decade since this movie's release, this final battle does continue to shine. It remains an anime treasure with some of the best battle sequences of all time. Earning the second spot on our list is practically a given because of the greatness of this battle. The emotional stakes and choreography make this fight a legend. Now we've reached the peak to end all showdowns, the grand finale, Naruto vs Sasuke. Now this fight isn't just awesome, it's a masterclass in build-up, and it's the fight we've all been waiting for. Now, let me break it down for you. First off, the eye-catching abilities of both Naruto and Sasuke at their peak powers add a whole new layer of epicness. Sasuke serves as the ultimate challenge for our hero. He's not just a physical opponent, he's Naruto's philosophical antithesis. You don't often see shonen anime end with a rival character as the final boss, but here it works brilliantly. And what sets this fight apart is that it's not just another fight scene, it's a raw, emotional battle. It's two lifelong friends, two brothers, essentially fighting like children, hitting each other and expressing their frustrations without a word spoken. The lack of music and dialogue creates an incredibly powerful and raw atmosphere, leaving an impact that's hard to put into words. No fight, scene, episode, or second has hit me as hard as the final battle of Naruto vs Sasuke. It's more than just an epic showdown, it's the pinnacle and also the finale of everyone's childhood, and that's why it's number one on this list. We're sure you've got your own favourite to add to the list as well, so let us know in the comments below which final fight left you speechless. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notifications for more thrilling anime moments like these. And don't forget to check out Web Novel if you love to read webtoons or manga. Links in the description. I'll see you in the next one.